Welcome. My name is Kimberly Bradford. I'm a member. I'm also a financial center manager, so you will see and hear from me lots. I'm located here in Charlotte, part of the South End, if you're familiar with the area. But welcome. I'll be here manning the chat, putting up some links for you, and definitely always reach out with any questions. So we're so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you, Kimberly, for being here. And ladies, thank all of you. Listen, if I opened up the floor and gave you a round robin, that would be the whole hour. So we can't do that, unfortunately, but we do encourage people. People have made whole partnerships and whole connections and client relationships through many of our virtual talks. So make sure you network and reach out to folks. All right, so let's jump in. Ladies, I'm excited. I've had a lot of coffee. And if you know me, I'm kind of a high energy person. So listen, welcome to Queen City Women in Business. Let me be the first to welcome you. We are one of the fastest growing membership-based supplier sourcing and development platforms that exist today. Even though there's a lot of focus across the US on getting you certified, that's needed too. We want to get you the business. So where we are different is we are beyond certification, right? We realize that's the path to getting you the business, but where we really struggle as women business owners is we might get certified, but then we can't get the business. Queen City Women in Business is going to change that hands down. So welcome. You are in a good place. You have become a member early on. You guys are considered early adopters, you ladies. So good job. Thank you. A little bit about us, some fun facts. We do not want you to sign up and not know about this thriving ecosystem of a community that you are a part of. So here are some fun facts. Feel free to take a picture. Feel free to jump all in. Number one, we are a membership-based supplier sourcing and development platform. And I've got a little secret for you. Today in 2023, we started off with a free level. So today you may be aware there's free, there's pro, and there's VIP. Immediately in January 1, 2024, there will be no more free levels. So thank you for being early adopters and coming in now. So tell other women, get in now while there is no membership level, or I should say, well, there's a free level. So number one, we're a membership-based supplier sourcing and development platform. Number two, we are absolutely committed to connecting women business owners to corporate, local, and federal contracting opportunities. In layman's terms, that represents three sectors. So it doesn't matter what sector you want to be in, ladies. If you aspire to do bigger business, we're going to help you get there. Whether you want to work for the federal government, whether you want to work with private sector, which is corporate, or whether you want to work with local and state. With that being the case, we also today have hundreds of women-owned businesses in our public directory. We're so proud because we just got started in September. I'm gonna say that again. We move very fast. And if y'all know me, some of you all do know me personally, you already know I moved like overnight. We moved very fast to grow and scale this. And you're gonna see toward the end of this call, you will have an opportunity beyond just being a member. If you wanna be an ambassador, if you are just as passionate and you wanna volunteer in some way, we're looking for you, okay? So again, today we have hundreds of women-owned businesses in our public directory, ladies. I encourage you to get familiar with those businesses. We aim to be the Angie's List of women in business. And listen, when one of us win, we all win. Because we're fostering a thriving supplier ecosystem. That means if Elizabeth gets a major contract as a prime, right, then we're hoping that Elizabeth will look inside the business directory and find out what subcontracting opportunities that she can work out with these ladies. So we are truly building an ecosystem, ladies, where we are helping you get the business and we're actually utilizing your businesses throughout the year. So we're paying you money as well. All right, so it's a very exciting time. We're a bit of a unicorn. There's not a lot of folks doing what we do, and we're excited about that. So let's keep going. Ladies, there's someone trying to enter the room, just so you know. Okay, cool. So what is our model? Our model and our mission is very simple. Ladies, it's very simple. It's to make it easier for all of us as women-owned small businesses to work with major organizations. That's basically the model. And how we do that today is in three ways. Number one, we already went out and did the hard work. We have pre-established supplier diversity relationships. So before you ever step foot into our community, we already negotiated with like Wells Fargo or the CRVA or Charlotte Douglas Airport, for example. And we already proved the value proposition to them. We already strategically showed the value of this supplier membership base, right? So we did that hard work because studies show that that's the hardest part for us. You could go get certified, you can register in every single portal, and you are still not guaranteed to get that phone call, are you? No, I know because I've been there, right? And so we're trying to change that. And that's what's revolutionary. So number one, the value of this membership is we've already pre-established many of those relationships. Today, we have a relationship with the CRVA for 2024. We also have a relationship and a partnership with CLT, Charlotte Douglas Airport. What that means is, ladies, as long as you are a member and you can prove, if asked, that you are in fact a woman-owned business, then there's work for you. Okay, so that's the first way that we're doing it. The second way that we're bringing you value, and the third way, is through simplified certification pathways. What does that mean? That means that right now, I guarantee you, trying to find what certifications you need is like a scavenger hunt, right? Like you're trying to find, well, wait a minute, I got the WBE. I can't use that for this? Nope. But then what was the point of getting that, right? Well, I got the SBE, but then I got the WOSB. Oh my God, I'm so confused. We want to change that. We want to simplify it for you by helping you rethink about this whole process. And so instead of leading with certifications, we want you to think about sectors. Sectors are, again, the structurally, where do you want to work? Do you want to work with big corporate? Make that your strategy, right? Those private sectors, big corporate, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Boeing, right? Like the big companies, IBM. If that's you, focus on the sector you want to work in and then the certification that follows. So we're helping you simplify this, not just by giving you education, but by accelerating your connection. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that. And then last but not least, we have state-of-the-art proprietary supplier development resources. We have a full-on training program that was funded in the summer by Wells Fargo that was used nationwide. You have access to that as a member. We own it. And not only do we own it, but some of your big companies license it out for us. So you're a member, so make sure you take advantage. I can't tell you how many members want the shortcut and they say, Dawn Nicole, connect me. It doesn't matter if you're connected if you don't speak the language. It doesn't matter if you're connected if you don't understand. You need business insurance, you need E&O insurance, you need to walk the walk and talk the talk. The supplier development training course was designed for you to do that at your leisure on your own time, and still not very many members are taking it, even though it's a state-of-the-art winner. Make sure you take full advantage of this membership. So these are the three ways today, ladies, the three buckets that we're helping you to work with major organizations faster. If you have a question about anything I say at any point, please put it in the chat and actually lead with the word question, and then ask the question. This will tell Kimberly and my other co-host, Melissa, who I just volunteered to look at the chat. This will tell us that you have a question and we'll stop to answer it at some point. So let's keep going. So here's a fun fact. We like every single member to know this. Did you all know that not that long ago, we weren't a company and we started out as Signature Events? So we were an event, like a fun experience type. We weren't even a company. It just so happens, ladies, that I know thousands of women in business here locally and abroad, and my network is pretty vast. And if I put something together, it just so happens many people show up because I'm pretty well connected, and we didn't have a company. And so what we used to be only a year ago, and this is pretty profound, that's why I bring it up, is we started off with 2 signature events. One was called Queen City Women in Business Breakfast. It was just last January, and it was so packed that we had to turn women away. So we were at close to about 250 women, Kimberly, if I remember, last year at the Charlotte Museum of History. We had to find a bigger place this year. So we started off, ladies, as like we did the breakfast event in January, and then we did our signature hat and tea in August. And let me tell you, these were viral, successful events. And then here's what happened, Nika. You'd be interested in this, right? after these great events, my phone would blow up literally, right? Where I would get text messages that said, Dawn Nicole, thank you. I landed a $35,000 contract. And Wells Fargo would call me and say, Dawn Nicole, thank you for introducing me to Trudy. And ladies, because I wasn't a business, I had no way to track success. I certainly wasn't getting paid for it, right? And I just wasn't set up for business. And so I had an aha moment in August, which is why we started the company in September, that said, wait a minute, I'm missing the real opportunity. This is my calling. I do this naturally. And so this is where Queen City Women in Business was born. We structured it. We created the architecture for a membership-based platform. And today, this is what it is, okay? After seeing the potential, I knew that this would be a success. And I can't tell you enough, ladies, every single day, I get probably an email message of a woman thanking, like saying, thank you, this is answering prayers. So we know that we are doing God's work, right? And I don't know if people are believers or not, but we believe that we're in the right space at the right time. So what's the real problem we solve? Here's what we found out along the way. Many women, small businesses, don't know that they don't have to stay small. Can you all believe that, Melissa? You don't have to stay small, right? Even though we might start as a small business, a solopreneur, we don't have to stay pedaling from these small networking events to networking events, hoping we get a lead. No, guess what? There are companies out there nationwide who have set-asides. Set-asides are funding that are specifically for women-owned businesses. But the problem is, Kimberly, most of these women have no knowledge or they have no certifications because the company is like, listen, we have set-asides, but you have to prove that you're a woman-owned business. So you have to go through this proving process to prove your eligibility to take advantage of this funding. So you don't have knowledge of it. If you don't have certifications or confidence that it could be you, then you're not going to do it. And we wanted to change that. So these are some of the problems we're solving. So how do we do it? What's the team behind it? It's not me doing it by myself. I cannot take credit and I wouldn't dare. Thank goodness, ladies, when I kicked this off, before we even launched in September, I went to a few close friends, close women that I trust, and women who were also already excited about this. And I said, listen, we're going to take over in a market that is not getting the attention it needs. Women are out there, we're capable. We can put teams together. We can build plans. I know Nancy, she does logistics. I know this person, she bakes cakes. I know this person with food. I know so many people who would love an opportunity, right? Let's change the world. And so these ambassadors is what we call them. They came together and today we have a strong support team of ambassadors. And let me tell you about these ambassadors. They're not just all business. As you can see, we like to have fun. So we just did a holiday potluck, ugly sweater party at Kimberly's house. Right, Kimberly, we crashed your house and had a fun time. And so if you're looking at this culture and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is so fun, this is so me, and you're interested in being more than a member, where you would like to help us spread the word. Maybe you have a big network. Maybe you used to work at previous companies. Those corporate companies we're trying to build relationships with so they do business with us. So if you feel you can help in any way, we would absolutely invite you to consider becoming an ambassador. And the nice thing about being an ambassador, ladies, is for every single person that enrolls using your link, you get a piece of the membership. Okay, so we are sharing the love. So if that interests you, reach out to me or Kimberly and let us know. All right, let's keep on going. So what is the strategic vision for 2024? So ladies, I don't know if you know this, but we're getting ready to go nationwide. Yes, we just started in September. Today we are based in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Atlanta. And all that means, let me be very clear so that my words are not misconstrued. Because we are digital and online, thank you, Elizabeth, I'll take that high five. Because we are online, we can pick your membership up even if you're in Tokyo. So there's no geographical restriction when you hit our membership platform. If you're in Tokyo and you love it, and trust me, there's women in there from India right now, you can sign up. But what happens is that if we're not represented in your area, that means your membership experience will be limited. So let's say a woman from Tokyo signs up today. The only advantages that that woman business is getting is she gets to join our monthly talks, which are virtual. She gets to take advantage of our education that we're putting out constantly through social and through email. And then she also gets to join a welcome call like this. But beyond that, we don't have representation in her area, so we can't actually take the grit of connecting her. So the advantage that you all have right now in this region is this is model 1. This is our first model. But what's getting ready to happen, and by the way, model 1 covers South Carolina, North Carolina, and Atlanta right now. So we do have representation. But guess what? We've got women in Texas, we've got women in New York, and we've got women basically all over. So our next market to open up is that we're going to open up a franchise in Indiana. So that's exciting. So if you have family or connections in Indiana market, let them know that we're coming there by May. We're doing a soft launch May 2024 in Indiana. Okay. A couple of things in case you're wondering, what the heck did I sign up for? Like, what's the value, right? Because you know how it is. Some people will sign up and then still scratch their head. So why am I here? So let me just make it real clear. Here's the value over here to the right, this blue box. Number 1, because we exist, we're going to make it possible for you to do business faster through our pre-established contracting opportunities. And in 2024, we're only picking up more corporate partners, like we're going after enterprise, we're going after the healthcare system. Ladies, we are not coming to play. So if you're on this call and you think we're the regular girls club, we're not. We're aggressive, right? So we're going after major corporations with the goal in mind for us to pre-negotiate them doing business with our members. That's the bottom line. Number 2, because you're a member with us, we want to help you remove those delays by giving you direct access to our network. So direct access to the decision maker, purchasing managers. Number 3, because of this partnership, you're going to get certified sooner. Why? Because we simplified the pathway. We took out all of the nonsense of the alphabet soup and we're going to make it make sense for you. So those are the 3 highest value propositions that we have to offer. I'm just going to pause here. Are there any questions so far, either in the chat or does someone just want to come off and ask a question? Because I've said a lot, so I'm just giving you all a chance.
Don, we do have, Don Nicole, we have one question, and Elizabeth, we can address it later after I think me and Don Nicole talk about, just talking about when it comes to memberships, and I know we have a slide on memberships, when you do a group business membership, does that include all of the business partners within that business, or does that mean each one of those business partners would have to register individually? And I know that's something new, and we haven't really been asked that question just yet. So thank you, Elizabeth, for even thinking of that.
That's a great question.
It's a good question that we probably would discuss, and we will get back to anybody that asked a question that we didn't really have the answer to just yet. So, and Don Nicole, you might already have some thoughts on it. But we will.
Well, I do. No, that's a great question. No one has asked that question. We didn't get that question in November, but here's how we're handling that today. And Elizabeth, this could change, right? We're all growing together. We're ground floor. When that is the case, just to be clear, sometimes you get attorneys who have a practice, right? Or insurance companies. And they say, well, if I pay for membership, does this cover my entire group or is it just me? So the membership is, while it represents your business in terms of showing up, it's kind of personalized. So like, for example, Elizabeth, let's say you represent your practice, it's going to follow you. So you'll get the emails. By the way, something good to mention here, we almost, I would say 90% of how we engage and give you value is through your email. I can't tell you how many bad emails we get where women just, and so you don't get any value if we have a bad email. But my point is, Elizabeth, unless you've signed it up to go to a group email where everyone checks it, it's going to follow the person who signed up. I would say if your company wants maximum value and there's another person who needs to hear or needs to cover, it wouldn't be a bad idea for maybe one of you to have a paid membership and right now the person to get a free one, or some, just for the purposes of dividing and conquering representation. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Any more questions? And then we've got lots more to cover. Anybody excited about what they're hearing so far? Give me a thumbs up. I need some early morning energy, ladies, because I'm already on my third cup. So, all right, good, good. I'm loving the hands. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so what actually makes you a member? Oh, look at all those thumbs up. We love it. So here's the deal. To realize this vision, ladies, and to really kickstart your membership, you must put your business in the business directory. Our business directory is the driver of everything we do. It drives it. Listen, sometimes when I see a very atypical business like cybersecurity or AI, right? Or a doula, if you know what a doula is, helps you deliver the baby and more. I use these strategically. So like with the doula, D'Amica is one of our new doulas in here. I'm going to go to Novant Health, me and my team or Atrium, and negotiate a deal because we have this talent. So make sure that your business is in the directory and that it is accurate, because not only do we use it strategically to negotiate these new partnerships at the corporate level, hey Annette, but we also do business with you all. So like Angel doesn't know I'm about to pay her and her husband money to be the DJ folks at our January 29th event. Yes, Angel, right? But that could only happen if I see her list her business as DJ in here, you know, as a DJ business. So make sure it's accurate, make sure it holistically represents you, and make sure the summary is not a book. Don't give me, please try to keep it to a nice little blurb, a summary of what you do, because I use that behind your back to go get you business. All right. So make sure you're in there. So I'm going to ask everybody now, is everyone's business in here? Yes. Okay, good. I love it because some people's aren't. So thank you for that. All right. So let me show you a secret. I'm going to share something with you that the other welcome call group didn't get in November. So here's the other thing. How do we give you a personalized experience in this membership community that you're not going to get anywhere else? Let me tell you a secret about how we use your data to help you. When you sign up and you filled out that 7-step questionnaire, hopefully you filled it out accurately, because ladies, here's what happens. We use your data to strategically create for you a customized experience. That means if it's wrong, or if you didn't mark things, then you're gonna be missing out. Not every member gets the same information. Yes, it's true. So what we do is there are certain emails that every member gets at large, right, in general. But like, for example, if Levada says, hey, I hold a certification today, and I'm also here because I wanna do more networking, then she's going to get a different type of email. If she holds the right certification, I can fast track her to a corporate partner if she has that certification, right? And then we're also going to give her emails on how to get the most out of networking, because she said, I'm specifically here because I want to network, or I'm specifically here because I just want to feel a sense of community. So based on how you answered your question, you're going to get a unique membership experience. And listen, this is important because so many ladies reach out to me and say, Dawn Nicole, I'm a new business. I need help. I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I say, did you tell us in your form that you needed business development and that you were new? If so, we're going to navigate you that way. So make sure you answer this as honestly as you can. All right. Here's the other thing. We have member milestones. This is brand new. This is how we're going to give you way more value than any other membership. So here's what we have to adhere to personally. When you sign up as a new member, we have 7 days. These are our KPIs, our key performance indicators. You can tell I come from a consulting background. All right. We have 7 days to get you information that you said you needed to know. So my team is held accountable, including me, my VA, my whole team. All right. Now, if you signed up in October and you're like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, I didn't get this. We just started this. So we keep getting better. So the first month we were all just excited to be here. And then we were like, we actually have to like hold people accountable and give right a roadmap. So this is brand new. If there's any information, ladies, that you see here, now that you're looking at this today that you didn't get or that you want to know more about. So for example, if you want to know more about business development resources and you didn't check that box, but you want free resources, email me or Kimberly. Let us know. We'll get that to you today. We already have that email keyed up. If you want information about networking and high marketing visibility for your business through this membership base, let us know. If you need information around business loans, lines of credit, any of this, let us know. We can fix that today. All right. But real quick, the member milestones. In the first 7 days, we need to get you information. Now, if you're not getting the information, check your spam. Also, if you're not getting information, maybe we don't have the right email for you. So let us know if you're not, you should be getting massive emails from us, okay? And then in a 30-day period, we want you to apply for a certification. So let me be clear. If you came into this membership base and you said, I'm here because I want a certification, we want to make sure that happens in your first 30 days. I'm going to show you in a moment how we just made it uber easy for you to do that. Okay. And then within 90 days, it would be a dream if many of you had success stories and came back and said, Dawn Nicole, we just started our certification in December, and now in February, we are certified. As you get certified, let us know so we can highlight you in the magazine. We're not here for our health. We're trying to really help you get fast tracked. And then within 4 to 6 months, we want to help you start competing for contracts. Okay. Now, I didn't say land a contract yet. I'm just saying once you get certified, we will also help you get to that next level. Okay. Any questions on our member milestones before I move on?
Well, Dawn Nicole, we do have a question, and it's sort of about the milestones. But to begin with, when you first sign up, and it could be a little bit overwhelming or there's so many things to look at, is there a way to go back in and update your information, maybe as your needs or your plans and your development changes?
You know what? I hadn't thought about that. Again, I'd like to just be honest. We just started in September and we realized we need to do it. We just started getting better on even collecting this data. So what I would say, ladies, is in that case, if you didn't do that, so while that doesn't exist today to go back, what our team is going to start doing is giving like these 60-day surveys, right? So a survey is just a touch point to go back and say, did your needs change? Do you need something else, right? So I would say right now, in lieu of not having a survey and not having the functionality to go back, today, if you see something on here that you need to change or you want information about, this is exactly why we bring it up in the welcome call. So you could just reach out to me or Kimberly. In the future, we'll have surveys to help you with those changes as you evolve. Is that fair? Does that answer that person's question?
I think it does. And Amy, always reach out if you have more questions, and it's something that us as a team are all working to do, and we'll make sure you get the right information. Dawn Nicole, it looks like we have somebody with a hand up also.
Yeah, Akansha, hey, come off mute. Please let us know how to say your name properly, if that's okay.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Kimberly. It is Akanksha.
Akansha, okay, great.
Yeah. So my question was, this first 7 days, get info on your certifications which match your member profile. Am I supposed to like email my current scenario in detail, something like cover letter to explain you and look for advice? And secondly, would you be able to will somebody in the team be able to give that extensive time free of cost to understand where I stand and what roadmap, and if at all I even need a certification and which certification? Like, they're investing so much of time. How does that work? Do we have to pay something for that, or we just email and you'll be able to help? And because somebody is actually some venture capitalist or somebody is actually funding all this effort.
Yeah, that's a great question. I understood everything you said. So just give me a minute to unpack, because there's a few things. Number one, there's nothing you have to send. The first thing I would say is when you sign up, just try your best to answer the questions accurately, because we pull data on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we funnel information to new members, right? So Akansha, in the next few slides, I'm going to answer, because there are some certifications you don't need. And I'm going to be the first one to say, be strategic about where you want to work as a woman business owner. We don't recommend that you work in every single sector. That's a full-time job. Like, I would not ever recommend you're working in federal government and corporate and state and local. trying to do that is going to be overwhelming, especially in the same year, right? And so what I will do is in just a second, I'm going to cover a slide that will help all of you put things into perspective. The second thing that I will say is through the information that we're sending out, this will also help you get clear. If you are a free member, and I'm not knocking free members, I just want you to understand the difference of the levels. If you're free, there's some opportunities that you're not getting. For example, when you're a VIP member or a pro member, you can meet with me and my team once a month for a masterclass. A masterclass is where we bring all of our top coaches and people together from our internal team, and you can ask us anything. And so when you're a VIP, you can send your questions ahead of time so that at that once a month hour call, Akansha, I'm answering your question. We're giving you business ideas. I can't tell you how many women reach out and they're free and they want a lot of time and coaching. In my own coaching practice, I charge a lot, just to be honest. So the goal, part of why we built this membership is to give a lot of value to a lot of people. So I would say if you're the type of person that you want to understand directionally where to go and you need strategic advice and you want it from us, then become a pro or a VIP member, and it's annually, right? So that's like $15 a month, I think, or $12. We try to make it very affordable. So I'm just letting you know at the free level, you probably won't get a lot of actual time on our calendar, but so we try to just give you information. The second thing I would say to that is we do have relationships, Akansha, with like SCORE, and we do have some free business resources that we send you to that give you guidance, but they're not the experts on this part. We are on the supplier pathway in terms of helping you, navigate and get those contracts. So I don't know if that answers some of your question, but anyway, in the next few slides, I'll answer some more questions, okay? All right. So as soon as you all sign up, our goal is to start giving you value right away. And we give it to you in 3 ways: access, education, and events. So the first access we're going to give you is access to our pre-established buyers and procurement relationships. All right. So again, if you have access, you're in the room, you're at the table. Some of the women are not on today's call, but they will tell you that in the first week of being members, they made money, right? They made money through the CRVA. Sharita, if she was here, she would talk about how the buyers of the CRVA partnership continue to buy out wholesale of all of her organic products. If Sandy were on this call, she would talk about how the CRVA is currently negotiating a major contract with her for training, right? So these are things that happen in their first 7 days of membership because we took them to a vendor fair where they got to meet these people, okay? So again, through access, education, our in-house training programs, and our events. And speaking of events, ladies, here's the events that you should absolutely be signing up for. Some of them are free, most of them are free, and some of them are not. So number 1, every single month, we do a monthly virtual talk. This talk is free. The next one coming up is with Lisa Medley. She's an executive coach. And let me tell you, Lisa did a pivot in her business where she was trying to figure out her business model. She added these t-shirts to her room and she went nationwide. Lisa's going to give her secrets also on this December 18th call. And I think Kimberly is going to put the link to the monthly talk in this chat right now. If you haven't signed up, this is one of your benefits. Make sure you sign up because also at these calls, we always invite a partner. So you get a chance to actually meet and talk to a real partner. This month, we have Jasmine from the Charlotte Douglas Airport, who is looking to work with many of you. So if you haven't signed up for this, make sure you're taking full advantage of your partnership or your membership, excuse me. All right, so that's December 18th. That's our free monthly talk called The Bottom Line. The next thing we have are these community events. Who was at the community event yesterday? Just show of hands. Was any? So, okay, can somebody just come off mute and just talk about just the magic of this? Yeah.
I was there at the 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock session, and it was phenomenal.
Yes, and it was free.
Yeah, and the amount of information at that short time was just unbelievable.
Yes. And so if you don't know, ladies, and then Melissa, go ahead, because we've got your testimony all looking through here.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was such a great event and it added so much clarity for me because I have a lot of different certifications in progress, but I didn't realize that they were somewhere in local government, some were state, some were federal. I had no idea. I've just been told to get certified. So I just put in everything and they're all like incomplete. But you just helped me so much. Well, everyone just helped so much yesterday, and it was just such a clarifying session for me.
Thank you for that. And I would say, so take advantage, ladies, so just to be clear, we have monthly events that happen virtually, right? It's the monthly talk will always happen. By the way, if you want to be a speaker at our monthly events, you can only do that if you're a VIP member. So if you have information to share that you think will universally help all of our members, you can be a speaker, and we encourage you to upsell your service or product. We are not that community that's like, no, you can't sell. That's why we're here, is to grow together, okay? So consider that. Number two, these community events typically will happen quarterly. Our next one, for anyone who missed yesterday, is gonna be March 1st, right? So we have Supplier Readiness Roundtable, which is what this event was. We bring a whole bunch of leaders together that represent the city, the state, and corporation, and women who've won contracts. And so we were all there yesterday speaking about that experience and making it make sense. It was very powerful. We also do matchmaking events. So come February, we're gonna start putting you in the room with the people who make the decisions. So February 7th, mark your calendar. There's not a landing page or a flyer for it yet, but it's coming. So again, community events, there are two types. There are the supplier readiness events that's informative, and then our matchmaking events where we have it at the Hyatt Centric with wine and jazz afterwards. You do not want to miss that, all right? And then lastly, our biggest events of the year are our signature events. Remember those signature events, which is how we started? Well, we still do them and they still sell out. So if you do not have your ticket, I'm gonna just say it again, because I know that people think I'm gonna tell you now, this is the event to be at. So just so you understand who we are, we do 2 signature events a year. We do a breakfast event at the Hyatt. It's called Queen City Women in Business Breakfast. That's January 29th of 2024. And then we do a summer event that's called Queen City Women in Business Hat and Tea. And let me tell you, the hat and tea is just as viral as Barbie. Remember the Barbie movie where everybody had on pink? The hat and tea was all the rave, okay? The Queen's pearls, the tea, it was awesome. You probably saw pictures all over social media. That was us. Please get your ticket. I think Kimberly probably put the link in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. You probably missed the early bird special, but do get your ticket. There's a VIP segment that gives you extra food at the end and exclusive access. We are gonna have partners from all across the nation. So WeBank, like Melissa, like you saw in the corporate sector, WeBank will be there. The federal government will be there, SBA. The CRVA will be there. Charlotte Douglas Airport will be there. The city, local, and state will be there. So all of our partners, which are represented across the nation, are coming in for this event. We have a keynote speaker from TIAA, which we're working out a deal with for them to do business with us. This is TIP right here, right? Tiffany Keaton. So make sure you get your ticket and you are in the room. There are going to be breakout sessions. You're going to get to learn about the Indiana franchise and more. So there's a lot going on. So get your ticket. Okay, now for the best part. Let's talk about an overview of your membership benefits. What's in it for you? So there are some extra benefits that you all may not know that you can use. So let's talk about that. And I'll hit this quickly. Number one, you get a monthly newsletter. And you probably didn't know that we like to feature your business in the newsletter. So number one, if you're a VIP member, we are going to randomly select you at no cost, and we're going to feature your story. We've had a lot of women featured, like I think we had Red Rose Vodka, Taylor Rose. We had a bunch of women. The other thing that we do is when we do a feature on you, we then circulate it through social media, and all 14 ambassadors continue to share it. So make sure if you're looking for marketing and visibility, you take advantage of that. There's also advertising options available to members if you're curious. Number two, we have all kinds of events. Make sure you take advantage of these events for the monthly talks. Again, VIP members are eligible to be presenters, and do sell your product because we invite partners to check you out. So do that. Also, community events, the next one is going to be March 1st. We just had one yesterday. And then do sign up for our signature events. They are sellout events. I guarantee you January 29th will sell out quickly. So that's at the Hyatt because we have partnerships. Also, get connected to our partners. We have CRVA, Charlotte Douglas, BoostPad, the Library Score. We also have a new partnership with Lane Consulting. We're going to talk more about that on the next page. And also get familiar with our paid tools, or excuse me, some tools are free, some tools are paid. The one thing, if you ladies haven't done it yet, we have a free matchmaking tool. It's called Supplier BI. It's very powerful. You answer 4 questions about your business, and it literally gives you all of the companies historically who've bought products or services like yours. And then it doesn't stop there. It gives you the links to click on to register your business in their portal. It's pretty powerful, and we own it. So if you haven't taken it yet and you want that tool, in fact, Kimberly, we're feeling good today. Will we just automatically send that out today? Kimberly? Yeah, why not? I think that's in our thank you for attending email. So we'll send that out. Does anyone want that? Let me just show of hands because I don't want to send it if you don't want it. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. And Gina, good to see you. You changed I was looking at your face. Gina Daniels. Hey there. How are you? Hi.
Sorry about the head freezing in here.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Doing well, thank you.
Yep. All right. So again, we have the Supplier BI tool, but ladies, we also have discounted rates for your training. Listen, I just want to say this again. I'm not like overselling it, but if we have national organizations who've made us a vendor for the same training for their people, and you're a member right here in-house, do get your training. Understand this language, know how to play this game. If you have to spend $150 on a 7 less than 4 hour training, that's a certification at the end, a training certification, to make $1 million, do that. Invest in your business. That's the first thing. That's why we're doing away with the free. And no offense to anyone, but if you want to make money, you've got to be able to invest in yourself, right? If you're asking people to pay you what you're worth, then you have to invest what something is worth, and that's all right? What else do we do? We're also fun, you all. We do pop-up vendor events. We do social events. This event was so fun. We actually utilized one of our real members' Salon Royale, the Salon Royale Spa, and we had a whole spa day. This is me in the middle looking so happy. And so these are real members, and this was a real business that we patronized. Not only did we spend real money with her, but we then gave her 5-star reviews. When I tell you we love y'all's businesses, we're here to be an ecosystem, all right? And then we also keep our members working. This person right here who's a photographer, she's not stopped working since last year, like since she met us. And then this is our tea person. So I'm not going to overtalk you. I think you get the drift. All right. So we do real business with real women like you all. All right. Also, we have a YouTube page. So if you want to learn things quickly, Akansha, I think you were asking about some things. We're going to send you a link today to our YouTube page. Lots of free information. I also go deep and give high quality business perspective. So join our page as well. Also, this is the slide to take a picture of. Let me tell you why this slide is the gold mine. You are not going to see this slide anywhere else. Why, Dawn Nicole? Because we spent hours, right? Like making it make sense. Today, all this information is all over the place. That's why Melissa said, wait a minute. I didn't know this certification was in this sector and this one is here and this one is here. So it's so confusing for no reason. So our goal is to simplify. So here's what I will tell you. We just made it even better. Not only did we give you this view, this visual for you to take a picture, we literally just created a page on Queen City Women in Business where you could get instant access to every single certification that you see on here. I'm gonna just say it slow because I know you don't. What I'm saying is if it wasn't all pulled together on one page, it would take you hours to find out, to Google, okay, where's this one? Oh, where's this one? Oh, now I got to go through these pages, right? We pulled everything together. It took our team hours. That's how I know the system is flawed. It shouldn't have taken our development team hours to scour the internet and create one page for our members, right, that has this information. So ladies, what I'm saying to you is with one touch, one click, you can start your application fast. Now, If you're looking at this and you're still confused and you're like, you know what? I know for a fact I want to work with state, county, and local, but I don't have the time. I don't have the knowledge. I still have a lot of questions. Let me introduce you to Lane Consulting. So Lane Consulting is our newest partnership. We're so excited to have them. What they do is they give you the hands-on help and guidance on getting you certified. Do you pay a small nominal fee? Yes. Is it worth it? Do you want your phone call answered? Do you want it done right? Do you want someone to explain to you what's going on and why you need it? LaPronda Span, who I'm going to give a moment to talk, she's done hundreds of this, and she's on the call now. I'm going to give her a few seconds to say something, and we're going to make sure we send out her link today. LaPronda, welcome.
Good morning. Good afternoon. It's good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is LaPronda Span. I'm the owner and managing member of Lane Consulting. We're certified ourselves. So I'm a customer of my own product, but I'm a certified small, minority-owned, disadvantaged business enterprise. I've been doing certifications for the last 8 years. Many of you probably know me from, if you attended Commissioner League Small Business Consortium, I was a team lead and moderator for that. It is also how I met Dawn Nicole years ago. I even did Dawn Nicole certifications back in the day. So we just became the go-to entity for people who did not necessarily want to do it yourself. You can do it yourself if you have the time, but if you want to stay in your lane and focus on what you're great at and allow somebody to hand that off to someone, we are here. We specialize in increasing the pool of firms that are certified to do business with local and state government, as well as major corporations. And then my goal is very similar to Dawn Nicole's. It's increasing the amount of money that these agencies are spending, because a lot of times they're not meeting their contracted goals. So if I can be of service to you, I'd love to help. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And what I will tell you all is not only is LaPronda and her team the most knowledgeable, but she has a team. So you will get the support. They have the capacity. They've done this a ton of times. I just showed you how confusing this looks, right? So LaPronda's team focuses here in this bucket, the second bucket. She can help you in much of this with the MWSBE or the DBE, or maybe the hub too, LaPronda, if I remember correctly. So she's going to make it make sense. She's going to answer your questions. So let's say for those women who started it and then you stopped it because you're like, I don't know, reach out to LaPronda's team. Start that process. She can help you. She's good at what she does, okay? Any questions before we come to a conclusion? We're almost at the end. Any questions? Is this helpful so far? Does anyone see the value in your membership so far? Yes? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so a couple more things. Here's what's happening on the website that you may not know. So just in terms of navigating the website, the business directory is your best friend and is key to opportunities. Ladies, don't just list your business and forget it. List your business, go and update it. You can update it at any time. And also go and find other businesses to do business with. You got an event coming up. Did you know that one of our partners are the Hyatt? The Hyatt Centric, they are our official 2024 partner. And because you're a member of Queen City Women in Business, you get a discount. If you do a venue there, or excuse me, if you use them as a venue space, you get a discount. If you need private rooms, let's say a party or just overnight stay, because we have a lot of members who are not in the Charlotte area, you get a discount. So you can find them very quickly by just typing in the word Hyatt, and you can reach out to our partner, okay? Some other things about the platform that you may not have known. If you go to your features and benefits, you can find out all of the features and benefits at a glance to you, okay? They look like this. So again, you probably never clicked on this, but if you click on features and benefits, you can see everything at a snapshot. It's pretty cool, all right? Here's the other thing that you may not see. Well, under features and benefits, you can see how to become a sponsor. So let's say you want to sponsor, you want to get your business out there. This tells you what things you can sponsor. You can always go here to register for your monthly Lunch and Learn talks. It's all right here. We try to make it easy for you, okay? Also, you can get to education and courses, but did you know that if you click on community feed, it works like a Facebook? So there's a whole bunch of people talking. You don't even know it exists. I know, because most people are like, whoa. So if you click on community feed, You can actually post, you can tag people, you can like people's stuff, you can see who's online. It literally is like a Facebook interface. Who didn't know about it? If you didn't know this existed, let me see your hand. You didn't know. I know Amy's like, what? I did not know about this, okay? So yeah, we put a lot into building a state-of-the-art platform. Also, you can see testimonials. If you still need to be sold about the value, I want you to see these are testimonials from women who've worked at our events or through our events and what happened for their business next. Do check out, so let me just tell y'all a secret. Karima Riddick, she's the owner of Yes Darling Tea. We used her company and we paid her, right? To do our tea vending, our hat and tea lunch. She since has left corporate America because her business is booming. Not a game, okay? Rhonda Evans, who is the manager of PMI chapters, she talks about Queen City Women in Business Breakfast last year and what happened. Dr. Teresa left the event with multiple clients. You all, people's entire year, 2023, changed because they were in the room in January and they met future clients and so on. And then Lisa Medley talks about hitting her five-figure or six-figure goals at the event. Make sure you check out the testimonials, okay? All right, last but not least, here's something that you may not be seeing. If you're not VIP and if you're not pro, you don't see this in your view. You can request a warm introduction. Look at this, you can meet anybody you want by clicking request a warm introduction, and you can only see this view if you're a paid member. So if you wanna meet a partner personally or you wanna meet another member, you click this to get to them. Any final questions? I think we're at the end. Any final questions before we conclude?
Dawn, this is Felicia Polk. I just have one question.
Hey, Felicia.
Yes. What is the difference between this pro membership and the VIP? Because you've mentioned the VIP membership several times, but you really hadn't talked about the pro membership. Can you just give me a little bit?
Absolutely. So pro and VIP are very similar, except the VIP can be a speaker and a presenter. The pro cannot, for example. The VIP gets their listing. So if they sign up, they get their listing almost instantaneously published. But if you're free, it probably took a few days. So there's some delays. Also, the VIP gets highlighted in the actual newsletter and social media posts, where the pro just gets highlighted on social media, but not in the newsletter. The other thing that's important is that we invite the pro and the VIP to those monthly masterminds. By the way, those are starting in January, so no one has missed anything yet because we've tried to give this membership a chance to just start. So there's some things coming that haven't started yet, but when January hits, if you are pro or VIP, you will automatically see a calendar invite to the monthly mastermind, which is private. And in that is strategically done. The VIP are allowed to ask questions of their business and get real brain sparring, while the pro is just going to look and listen and learn from being in the room. So the pro doesn't get a chance to ask questions. Does that make sense, Felicia, in terms of the difference?
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Kimberly.
Yes, we had one more question.
Sure.
And this one will be a good one for you to answer. It's from Julia. And like I said, guys, if there's any questions we didn't get to, we'll review this afterwards and make sure we didn't miss you. But it says, back in the day, saw there were industry specific NAICS codes with effective exemptions from utilizing minority women, hub, etc., businesses being built into an expected percentage of a business done. I don't know if you can see the chat, but do you know if this is still the case?
I have to actually make sure I understand. So question, back in the day, years ago, I saw there were industry specific NAICS codes with effective exemptions from utilizing minority. I don't know if that's it. So Julia, I would say this, I highly doubt that there are exemptions. And the reason I doubt is because even if there were exemptions and restrictions, nowadays we've moved to such an inclusive, like there's such an overwhelming disparity, right, with not getting enough women businesses in, that I can hardly imagine that there would be restrictions. What I would say, and I don't know if this is answering your question, what I did find out is that there are certain certifications that like I just wouldn't need because I'm not gonna use that. Like, for example, I'm trying to give you an example. At one point, I was going to go after every certification because I was like, I need to represent these women, Queen City Women in Business, these everything, so we can be in every room to help. And then I found out, Dawn Nicole, unless you're going to be doing high construction, transportation, highway stuff, you really don't need the North Carolina Department of the DOT one, or I think it's the DBE. I just don't need it because I'm not going to use it. What LaPronda has breaking news. LaPronda, tell me differently, because someone just told us if we're not doing construction, that we don't need one of those at the airport. So tell me differently.
So Department of Transportation covers all modes of transportation, including airports, railways, the ferry, the train, and highways and roads.
Mhm.
I have landed contracts to work with certified firms as a consultant and coach, to assist them with not only developing a SWOT analysis, financial analysis, which ends up being a business plan, but also allows me to work with them and agencies to get them on contracts. So those are the things that many don't talk about. It is important that you meet with the agency reps to learn more about what they offer. And that's all I'll say about it.
No, LaPronda, this is why we have experts who like in different sectors. Let me say this. I don't know which session I asked this question. I can't remember yesterday if it was in the morning session or afternoon, but I literally asked someone. I don't know if y'all remember, if I can get a witness. I said, hey, we do development and connections and supplier development, this and that. Is there ever a case where we need to get the DBE? I know I don't do heavy construction and I'm not an airport girl, so to speak, but there's always business that needs to be done operationally and coaching and consulting. Do I need to get it? And the answer was no, right? For the most part. Therefore, we will be going back. So we're already on track. We've got the certification for this business, Queen City Women in Business, across 2 sectors. And ladies, I'm only getting it in multiple sectors so that we can compete for stuff and then we can come back and use you all for subs, or we can be in the room to represent. So we have a little bit of a different plan on how we're trying to, cover ground to represent our members. But that's really good information, LaPronda. We might have to do a whole workshop. Would you guys like a workshop session, like a quick 30-minute on who needs what, when? Because I think that's what's missing. People just don't know. And LaPronda, we're getting a lot of loves and thumbs up, I think.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know when. I'd love to share. I teach boot camps in government contracting, so I'm happy to do it.
Okay.